Hey, what's up everyone? This is Akib from Technoboss India, and today is a special episode which I have put up for you people. So as you can see, I have four watches on my wrist, and you will be wondering why I'm wearing four watches. So this episode is about smartwatches. So it's all about smartwatches. So I have four different smartwatches on my hand with four different operating systems and for different price tags. So we'll be checking out each watch and each price bracket starting from 5,000 rupees and moving on to 40,000 Indian rupees. So what are the options, what you can buy, all will be covered in this episode, so stay there. This will be a great episode. Let's get right into it and see how are these four beautiful smartwatches. Okay, so here we have all the four smartwatches in one frame. So let me introduce you to our smartwatches. So the first one here is the Amazfit Bip. This watch costs only 5,000 rupees. The next one is the Samsung Galaxy watch, which I have been using from the past almost 7 months. This is a great watch, and I have been pretty much satisfied with it. The third one is of course the Wear OS watch Fossil Explorist set. I have covered that in detail. Be sure to check that as well. And finally, the last one we have is of course the Apple Watch Series 4. So this is the most expensive among the lot. So let's go ahead with the first one. Starting off with Amazfit Bip. Now this has been my first smartwatch, so this is very close and special to me. I used it for around 4 months, and to be honest, I was pretty much satisfied with this. This is one watch which is a complete value for money. So this is like what you pay is what you get. So you have a basic translective display at front, which glows more brighter in the sun. So you have all the basic things covered, such as your weather, your activity tracker, your compass, everything, and you have a bunch of activities as well. Apart from that, you have the heart rate sensor, and all this with the insane battery life of around 45 days. Now you can do some basic stuff of the smartwatch with this. So you can go ahead and receive WhatsApp notifications and Facebook and Messenger notifications, but of course you cannot go ahead and reply to them. So it's like this is a smart band with some smartwatch features. Of course you can go ahead and change your watch faces as well. So you have a bunch of watch faces to choose from, and you can go ahead and download some as well from the MiFit app. And apart from that, you can't install any applications or anything, so it's like what you see is what you get. But all this considered for the price of around 4,500 to 5,000. Again, I'll leave the link in the description, you can check this out. Plus it has an always on display which works great. So if you are in a market to buy a smartwatch but does not want to spend a huge amount of money, you can go ahead and try this out. This has been very successful and has around 4.5 out of 5 on Amazon, which is great. So let's move on to our next watch. So this one is Samsung Galaxy Watch 42mm, which I have. I've been using this personally since I own a Samsung phone, and I've been pretty much satisfied with how the watch performs. This runs on Samsung's own Tizen OS, and the rotating bezel just makes the job more easier and more fun. So I feel this is one thing which most smartphone manufacturers should take into consideration while manufacturing a smartwatch. The rotating bezel works like a charm. The watch has no lag at all thanks to the home build OS. One thing which is not good in this watch, as I already told, is the lack of apps. So you have a less number of apps because of the lack of apps on the Tizen OS. But overall, the watch is brilliant, and of course you have the dedicated mic as well as the loudspeaker from this side to reply to your calls. So you can take calls on this watch, and you can make calls as well on this watch. The screen of the watch is AMOLED and is amazing. The bands are replaceable. Now this is common with all the four watches, so you can go ahead and replace this watch, you can go ahead and replace the bands as well. The watch has the dedicated heart rate sensor, which is of course common nowadays. You can buy the bigger version as well as the smaller version, but I like the smaller version. The body is made up of aluminum, which looks great, feels great. Again, I'll leave in the description below if you want to go ahead and check this out. Now the battery backup is around 2 days, which is I think sufficient for me, and it should not be an issue. The price of the watch is around 22,000 rupees in Indian market, which is again a good buy. Now the thing is that this watch works well, but I would suggest that if you have a Samsung phone, it works better compared to using it on other phones. So you can go ahead and check this out on Amazon if you are interested. So let's move on to our third watch. Now this is one watch which has grabbed my attention a lot. This is the Fossil Explorer set by Fossil. Now this runs on Wear OS, so if you're in the market looking for a Wear OS watch, I would suggest you to buy this. Yes, of course you have the other options such as the Tick watch, which is priced around the same and has a mic as well as the loudspeaker, but again that is not available in India. So you can buy it, but you won't get the warranty, which could be a deal breaker for many people. So apart from that, I feel the only good option in Wear OS right now in India is Fossil. So you can go ahead and consider this watch. The build quality of the watch is amazing. It doesn't feel like cheap at all. The screen is good. You don't have the bezels and all. So if you want a full edge-to-edge screen, you can go ahead with this watch, and you can use it on Apple as well as Android. So this is one more reason to buy the watch. Apart from that, the huge app gallery of the Google is again there, so you have ample amount of apps to go ahead and download. And apart from that, you have Google Assistant right on the go, so anything you do on your phone is directly synced to the watch as well. The screen size is 45 millimeter, which I think is good and should be pretty much fine for most of the rest. So this also has the same heart rate sensor at back, and you can go ahead and buy the leather strap or the one which I have, the stainless steel. So this is another good watch which you can go ahead and consider the market. This is priced around 22,000 on Amazon as well as offline stores of Fossil, but you can get it for around 18, I think, if you buy it on Great Indian Sale or any other discounted days on Amazon. One bad thing about this watch is that you cannot make calls or speak using this watch. You can accept calls, but after that you'll have to reach out to your phone, so you cannot receive calls since this does not have a dedicated speaker. I don't know why Fossil opted for not using it. If they would have provided it, this would have been great, but this is what you get with the watch. The battery backup is still fine. It's easily 1 day of battery backup, and just there is a few lag when you go through the menus. So for example, if you open an app, the amount of time it takes a bit of time to load the app. I would say 1 or 2 seconds, which I don't see in the Galaxy Watch. Apart from that, this is a great watch. You can go ahead and buy this watch. So let's move on to our last and the final watch, which is the most expensive among the lot. And finally, we have the Apple Watch Series 4. Now this watch is the highest priced watch among the three. It's at around 40,000 in Indian market for the smaller version and 44 for the bigger version. Of course it's Apple, so that's understood that you will be charged more. The body is completely made up of brushed aluminum. The one I have is the sports loop. You can go ahead and change it, and again you can easily replace it with third-party bands, or you can go ahead and buy it from Apple. But I would suggest you to go with the third party, since Apple charged insanely for the bands as well. Overall, the look of the watch is great. I loved the edge-to-edge display. It's fantastic, and to be honest, I feel this is the best looking display out of three. So yes, it's priced at around 40, but if you're using an Apple iPhone and you want a smartwatch, then there should not be any brainer. You should go ahead and buy the Apple Watch Series 4. The way it syncs with your iPhone is amazing. The notifications and all are easily synced to the watch, and of course the exercise apps such as the indoor walks and all easily syncs your data back to your phone. So for my recommendation, if you have an iPhone and you want a watch, don't check out the price. Close your eyes and go ahead and buy the Apple Watch Series 4. The one problem which I have with this, as with others as well, is that you have a limited amount of watch faces. So as we know, Apple is very particular about their ecosystem, so you cannot go ahead and install third-party watch faces on this. So Apple has restricted developers from developing third-party watch faces for their Apple Watch Series 4 or the other watches in this scenario. So you will have to be satisfied with the amount of watch faces you get with the Apple Watch Series 4. So that was it, guys, from my side. Be sure to tell me which one you like. Is it the Amazfit Bip, which is a value for money smartwatch for around 4 to 5K, or is it the Fossil Explorer set, which is, I feel, the best Android Wear smartwatch right now in the market? Is it the Samsung Galaxy Watch, which, to be honest, is still the best smartwatch for Android without a doubt? Or is it the Apple Watch Series 4 which you like? Or you can tell me which one of these you own, or apart from that, which all are different or better watches than this. So this was it from my side. If you like this video, please go ahead and like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and bye bye.